What's going on YouTube? It's your boy 3MG here, back with some more content, more videos, back with some more updates. Now here's the thing, this is going to be a little bit different. We're going to be spitting pure facts in this video, okay? Anybody who's interested in listening to some facts, please stay tuned.
I can hardly focus, can you poke it out for me? Know what I mean in those jeans.
Now here's the thing, we all know Infinite Warfare is like the big thing right now. Although the trailer and the content we've received isn't as broad and as exciting, with the exception of COD 4, just the noise that the game is receiving is pretty damn loud. If you get what I'm saying by noise, the hype, or just the audience, it's a lot of noise. But there was some interesting, things that happened yesterday. And I got this from PlayStationLifestyle.net. This isn't upon myself, but I got this from them because I do get their newsletters and stuff like that. But I went on their website and seen that Battlefield devs slammed Call of Duty Infinite Warfare trailer for its precious 2010 graphics. Now, before I even get in depth with this, like I said, this video is going to be pure facts. Hopefully you guys have a seat because it's going to be a little lengthy. Not too lengthy, but just going to be spitting pure facts. Got it? So for them to quote unquote say precious 2010 graphics, obviously you know what that means. The fact that Call of Duty has been running on this engine, now I don't know if Infinite Warfare is still running on the same engine, but from the trailer I'm assuming so, because even for CG it wasn't as impressive. And we know that for years, since the 90s, they've been running on one of the same engines, just updating it and upgrading the engine. You've heard from, I think, even Advanced Warfare or even Black Ops 3 that they had a new engine, then they said it was the same engine just with upgraded parts and stuff like that. And seeing that this trailer got some people hype, it got me interested, and it really got me thinking whether or not this game would be good. It got me looking forward to some more videos, some more gameplay, especially the COD 4 remastered trailer really got me in tune. But not everybody was impressed, specifically the developers and DICE, the makers of Battlefield, the one that is dropping this year, the one that has a trailer coming out Friday. Yeah, them. For example, I have some screenshots here. It says DICE video and media editor Roland Smedberg reacts to the Infinite Warfare trailer on Twitter, calling it quaint, and this was quote unquote taken from the website. Quaint is really saying it's an attractive piece, but it's old-fashioned. So it's like a professional way of dissing him. So he wrote on Twitter, "Today I watched a new COD trailer. How quaint. Those little free cam shots, precious 2010 graphics, and grade school editing. Quaint." That is beyond disrespectful. In such a professional fashion, he wrote quaint. He at Redux FPS and Pabs ST and said, "What can I say? I did not like the look of it. Ugly use of DOF, depth of field, lighting dull." And he said, "But all in all, not a bad looking game." What a smiley face. Last thing he went on to say on another tweet was, "Come Friday, the internet will melt." Now, just going first off of what he just came out and said, he says he watched the new COD trailer, how quaint, how old-fashioned. This is really beyond old-fashioned. If you look at every Call of Duty trailer that drops, it's always a piece of dramatic scenery. There's always a scenario going on in which the world is being impacted or being affected by something larger than what the fuck it really is. If you watched all the trailers, it's always one crazy part of the actual game that's in the trailer, almost like a movie in the sense where the best part is actually in the trailer, and then you go ahead, watch the movie, and you ended up being fucking scammed for your money. That's basically what Call of Duty is all about with their trailers. There's never any depth of their trailers. There's never really any motion of their trailers, although you can see the faces, you can see the reaction, you can see the impact of what's going on in the game. It just looked very quaint, quote unquote, like Roland said. He said the graphics look like they're from 2010, and I can't blame him. How much can these guys really put into Call of Duty 100% new for this current gen? It doesn't seem likely. Remember, they're still using, or if I'm not mistaken, I believe they're still using an engine that just has huge upgrades or been upgraded along the years for Call of Duty. So I don't know if they're limited to what they can work with their resources for this engine. And then he said those cute little cam shots, meaning the little catching the camera by the leg, or maybe the camera where you see the emotion of Admiral Reigns holding the Chinese guy in the beginning, and you see the guy looking like he's in pain, like stuff like that. He's trying to basically say, like, listen, that's cute. And then he said grade school editing, because that was one of the biggest things I had a problem with, was just how the trailer was presented to us. It didn't look that crazy, but still it received a lot of noise. Obviously you see on my channel I'm dropping hella videos on it, but he also came out and said he did not like the look of it, ugly use of depth of field, lighting is dull, and that's a huge problem with Infinity Ward. For years, their games have always looked a bit dull. There's no pop in their games, there's no depth, there's no detail with every piece of material in the game. It always looks dull, and that was one of the hugest issues with Modern Warfare 3 and specifically Call of Duty Ghosts. They both look dull as hell. It had like a green tint, had like a grayish green tint to it. There's no pop, lighting isn't all on point in this trailer as well. Still, all in all, it got a lot of noise. Now, Randy Evans, the man behind the upcoming Battlefield reveal trailer, he also had some words to say. So he at Danny on PC and wrote, looks like a game from 10 years ago. These are people part of DICE, people part of the trailer. And then you had DICE engineer Julian Manilov and wrote, 3.5 minutes of CG. Anyone got a link which shows the actual game? If I'm not mistaken, I went ahead and looked at some trailers from Battlefield. They actually show bits of gameplay, actual gameplay in their trailers. Like they always tend to throw a small segment, a small piece. And even if they don't, the point that Julian tried to make was that 3.5 minutes of bullshit. Now, I'm not saying it was bullshit, but this is just more of a professional way of them saying, listen, where's the actual gameplay at? By now, Call of Duty past like almost 12-13 years of Call of Duty, you should understand what the people want. People don't want to see CGI trailers or CG trailers of just story. You should have hit us with gameplay. It's by now that you have this much confidence by releasing Modern Warfare Remastered, knowing that people are going to probably play that more than Infinite Warfare, and you know that what you're doing here is taking a huge hit and taking a huge risk. Why not show us gameplay, right? Are they going to actually release gameplay sooner than E3? We don't know. And then when Randy Evans came out and said it looked like a game from 10 years ago, I cannot blame his opinion on that, because Call of Duty has been running on almost the same engine for years. Like I said again, over and over like a broken record. It's been upgraded for years. So I think it's just more than him saying it looks like it. He's basically, I feel like there's more in depth with that comment. I think he's trying to say like, bro, upgrade your engine, because Battlefield had an upgrade with their engine. I said engine, I mean engine. Battlefield, it is revealing the trailer on Friday. I have a huge feeling they might show off some actual gameplay just to really get people in tune, get people hyped, bring out the noise. And when I say noise, I mean hype, just all the conversations, all the talks that are going on, the attention that it will receive. And now, with all of this, I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts. Now, it may be out of a limb here. You guys may think I'm overdoing it, I'll be ODing or whatnot, but this is just my opinion. I feel personally that Battlefield is really the underdog and always have been the underdog, although they received some good attention, some noise I should say, for their last recent Battlefield, not Hardline, but Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4. Although the release of Battlefield 4 had a bunch of hiccups, it always remained boots on the ground. And that's something a lot of the fans, even Call of Duty players who jumped on Battlefield, can appreciate. Some people really gave flack to Hardline, but I'm gonna be really honest with you. If we can last 10 years playing Call of Duty, then what makes it any different with us playing Hardline? But then again, I can counter that by saying because people are used to the real strict nitty-gritty gameplay mechanics of Battlefield, where it always felt more realistic than Call of Duty. But then mind you, Visceral Games jumped in and made Hardline, and it actually sold pretty well. I know it's not something the actual fans of Battlefield are used to, but still, it's still like a filler game that came out from another studio, and I believe they did a wonderful job. I actually enjoy Battlefield Hardline, but all in all, I think the devs behind Battlefield are feeling pretty confident because they hear the people right now, and I think their core gameplay and premises of Battlefield is to always remain boots on the ground. Therefore, I think their next iteration of Battlefield will remain the same, and I believe they're taking it back a notch. I think they're going to the Eastern Front. That's a lot of rumors I'm hearing. Whichever time period they go to, I think they're going to take it back to where the people, the fans, can appreciate. And although, like I said, they are the underdogs, people will still buy Call of Duty just because they're used to buying Call of Duty. But there is going to be some noise and attention headed towards Battlefield if they do nail this trailer. Like I said many times, I feel like they are the underdog for the simple reason that they were always the more harder shooter, the more difficult shooter than Call of Duty. Call of Duty, and I'm going to say here, is one of the most easily handled first-person shooter games on the market. I don't know any other shooter that has the most fluid controls yet. I don't. Battlefield, I love their controls, I love their mechanics, but you still get that vibe of just, I need to have skill when I kill an enemy. It's not a game that you just jump into, you think you beast. Call of Duty has more of that like arcadey control feel, fluid controls, although there was Call of Duties that felt really good and to me was very competitive. But yeah, that's why I feel like, you know, Battlefield is still the underdog. You remember you had Battlefield, Medal of Honor, Call of Duty, Shell Shock. You had a whole bunch of other shooters that were out years ago. And the ones that still live till today is literally Battlefield and Call of Duty. I have a pretty good feeling for Battlefield. I'm going to definitely pick the game up whatever time period it lands on because I'm a huge fan of Battlefield and Call of Duty. No hate on both. But this is just spitting straight facts. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you actually hyped for Battlefield's reveal trailer this Friday? Are you looking forward to it? If they do take it back to World War II, World War I, or whatever, the Eastern Front, will this be something that you'd be interested in? Because I know a lot of noise was, you know, going in saying that they wanted to go back that time period. Plus, they always seem to impress people with their CGI trailers anyway, with gameplay mechanics involved. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. Was this pure facts? Did I just spit some facts? Anyways though, hit the like button. I'm out. Peace.